Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, October 31st, 2024. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Happy Halloween, y'all. So where are all the full-size candy bars this year? Any good parties? I know that I'm going to be at the Halloween event tonight, and as the kids say, if you know, you know. I hope to see you there. And to all the recipients at the Celebration of Philanthropy Awards yesterday, congratulations, but more importantly, thank you. But today, we do have some news to get to, so shall we? Just a quick PSA, please be careful. If you're out there driving tonight, there are going to be tons of kids and adults out walking about, and they are depending on you to keep them safe. Following up on our story from yesterday, a woman was fatally shot in Glen Burnie on Tuesday night, making Anne Arundel County's 10th homicide of the year. Police responded to Snowcap Court where they found a 30-year-old victim with multiple gunshot wounds. She was transported to a local hospital but later pronounced dead. Homicide detectives have classified the incident as targeted, and they do continue to investigate. In response to growing financial pressures, the Annapolis City Council has allocated $500,000 from the 2025 budget to support the Housing Authority of the City of Annapolis, or HACA. The funds are needed due to rising operational costs and maintenance costs for HACA's aging properties and in their difficulty in collecting rent since the pandemic. The goal is to ensure that the continuation of affordable housing. I'm not sure if this is a Band-Aid, a vaccine, or a cure for what ails HACA, but I guess we're going to see. HACA is jointly owned by HUD and HACA, and it is managed by HACA. The city's responsibility is to appoint a board of directors, but it does have no legal financial responsibility. The Annapolis City Council has also extended a resolution supporting seasonal outdoor dining, allowing city restaurants to operate expanded outdoor seating areas next year. Originally introduced as a temporary solution during the pandemic, the council has been dithering with this legislation for nearly 4 years now. The outdoor dining program has been a lifeline for many restaurants, boosting revenue through additional seating set up in sidewalks and parking areas. While the council considers to dither on a permanent regulation for seasonal outdoor dining, this resolution ensures that restaurants can continue outdoor service at least for another year. Hey, listen carefully, and you can hear that can being kicked right down the road. Meanwhile, the Maritime Republic of Eastport has once again declared war on Annapolis, renewing its annual tongue-in-cheek rivalry. Eastport residents marched on City Hall Monday evening, humorously challenging Annapolis to their yearly tug-of-war event. Known as a spirited community tradition, this friendly conflict brings together locals from both sides of Spa Creek to celebrate the event with games, music, and charity fundraising. The tug does begin at the crack of noon on Saturday, and they are looking for more tuggers, the more the merrier, and volunteers. We do have the links at eyeonannapolis.net, so you do want to check that out, along with all of the details on this awesome event. If you've never seen it, definitely plan to do that Saturday, noon. Podcast stuff. Up this weekend on the Local Business Spotlight, we're going to be chatting with Angel from Serenity Sisters. It's a great organization. That drops at noon on Saturday, as they all do. And in closing, one of the best ways to keep up on the local news is the daily news recap email that goes out at 7 p.m. 366 days this year. It is free, it's paywall free. And here is a link right here in the show notes for you to sign up if you're not already. And please feel free to let your friends, family, and colleagues all know about it as well. All right, so now you just need to sit back because we have weather from DCMDVA Weather, and Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace is here with your Annapolis Makerspace Maker Minutes. All of that's coming right up, so hang tight.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Thursday, October 31st. Happy Halloween on this last day of October 2024, and it'll be another really warm one for the Annapolis region. While we'll see a cool down this weekend, more warm temps are on the way next week. Look for sunny skies today with highs in the upper 70s to low or mid 80s in spots, with temperatures staying in the mid 70s or so for highs tomorrow before a cold front then moves through from the west, which will bring a very small but valid chance for a rain shower or two in the region, along with cooler air behind it, with more sunshine than expected this weekend with highs in the 60s both Saturday and Sunday, ahead of upper 60s to lower 70s Monday and mid 70s to maybe more low 80s on Tuesday. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and X for updates each day, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Is all this talk of inflation making you uneasy? Me too, especially the uncertainty. How bad will it eat into my future purchasing power? Well, don't feel helpless, because solar energy can give you some financial control. By installing and owning your solar system, you can lock out electricity cost inflation by locking in your electricity price for more than 25 years. Many of our inflation-fighting clean energy systems offset 100% of the annual electricity demands. Customers frequently add electric vehicle charging and backup batteries to their solar projects, providing them inexpensive auto fuel and additional energy security for the home. Freeze energy inflation in its tracks by committing to affordable, clean solar energy. Call us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net. But don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Maker Minutes, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. Running through November 17th, be sure to check out the Maryland STEM Festival, with tons of events all over Maryland at all kinds of locations, including schools, libraries, makerspaces, and more. Check out their calendar at marylandstemfestival.org. At Chesapeake Lightcraft in Annapolis, registration is open for their Chester Yawls workshop coming up on November 4th and running through the 9th, and keep an eye out for their upcoming Saturday seminars on topics such as Intro to Epoxy, Hands-on Finishing, Build Your Own Greenland Paddle, and Small Boat Rigging. This Sunday, check out the First Sunday Arts Festival down on the first block of West Street and around the corner on Calvert, with lots of local vendors, music, and great food. And Instant Pieces of Abesgate Road. Today is their final comprehensive Learn to Crochet class for October. Sunday is the final Granny Square Christmas stocking class. And Monday is their final Knitting on Tiny Needles class. But coming up, they have another Toffed Animals crochet class, as well as advanced knitting techniques with texture diversity, needle tasting where you get to try out different needles for knitting, a workshop called Do You Doodle about stranded colorwork patterns, and another comprehensive Learn to Crochet class coming up in December. At Books for International Goodwill up Defense Highway, tomorrow and Saturday, they're having another one of their big book sales, with lots of books very well organized and great prices. And it's a fundraiser for the Pearl Rotary Club, which does a lot of great stuff in the area. At Local by Design, registration is open for a bunch of classes coming up in November, including candle making, fused glass, corn husk wreaths, and coasters. At Art Farm in Annapolis, tomorrow, check out Mixed Media Moon Journaling. And for adults and teens, registration is open for their Art of Arting, watercolor workshop, and a teen block printing night, all coming up later in November and December. And for their kids' art camps, today there's a nature art school for ages 6 through 8. Saturday there's a kids' art school for ages 7 through 9. Monday there's a kids' art school for ages 4 through 5, as well as another kids' art school for ages 6 through 8. On Tuesday there's a pencil, charcoal, ink, and watercolor class for ages 9 through 11. And on Wednesday is a mixed media art school for ages 9 through 11. And coming up the following week, there's more mixed media, as well as creative fusion, poetry, and visual arts for ages 9 through 12. At the Anne Arundel County Public Library System this week, today, Deal has an art night with spooky art. Tomorrow, Discovery's Library at the Mall has Coco and Calaveras, movie and craft night, watching the movie Coco while celebrating Dia de los Muertos with Calavera or Sugar Skull Craft. And also tomorrow, Glen Burnie has their Lego Club. On Saturday, Savannah Park has Ask a Master Gardener, where they'll be talking about vermicomposting. Tuesday, Glen Burnie has Little Engineers Constructive Play. And then on Wednesday, Edgewater has Skeins and Stitches, Severna Park has a Lego challenge, and Eastport Annapolis Neck has painted tote bags. If you have any questions about the Annapolis Makerspace, the Maker Minutes, or any of these events, feel free to contact me at trevor@makeannapolis.org. And you can find links to all of these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website, also at makeannapolis.org. And whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
Fish for a day, party for a night, all for a great cause. Don't miss Fish for a Cure's 18th annual fishing tournament and shore party, Saturday, November 9th at Safe Harbor, Annapolis. Register to fish and raise funds for the Cancer Survivorship Program at Luminous Health Anne Arundel Medical Center's Gayton and Joanne D. Cesaris Cancer Institute. All funds raised directly benefit cancer patients and their families. Register your boat or get your shore party ticket for fishforacure.org. Again, that's fishforacure.org. You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.